Good afternoon, lovely 602.
Good afternoon, Ms. Camilla. Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, Mr. R and students. All right, let's
Hi,
get
guys. So we're going to get this started, okay?
All right, here we go. All right, so let's get started right away. So, Mr. R, would you like to read like the learning target, the vocab, and all that, and then I'll do the first problem, you do the second one?
Sure.
Okay, so here. All right.
All right, guys. So today's whole lesson is finding something called the greatest common factor. In order to do those things, you need to make sure that you understand the key vocabulary words that we need to use. We do something in 6th grade called ARMS, where we annotate, restate, modify, and solve the question. We did that yesterday. You guys seen that annotation and stuff like that. We're going to do the exact same thing today, except we're going to also incorporate GCF as that is our learning target for today, right? So out of the four, one of the key vocabulary words that you need is something called greatest, which stands for the largest number in the set. 2, common, what is the same number of the set? And 3, factors, numbers that are multiplied to get to the product, answer to a multiplication problem. And 4, greatest common factor, the greatest factor of two numbers have in common. These can be seen and used in multiple areas, but we'll see more in depth what we use them here for. So one key way of doing that is this strategy right here, which is called the listing factor method. Is a 2-column chart. Finding the greatest common factors of 36 and 54. So factors of 36 could be something like this. 1 times 36 equals 36. 2 times 18 equals 36. 3 times 12 equals 36. 4 times 9 equals 36. And 6 times 6 equals 36. Then you go and grab, those are all the factors. Then you go and grab the second number, 54. 1 times 54, 2 times 27, 3 times 18, and 6 times 9. Afterwards, you list them out any way possible, and you locate the highest amount that they have and share in common, which is why it's called greatest common factor. In this case, it is the number 18, right? As you guys can see in front of you. Is any questions on how we just did that? No? Everybody is good so far?
Okay.
Yeah? Yeah, Daniel, are you good? Okay.
Great.
So,
let's dive into number 1, I guess, right, Mr. R?
Arlenis, you good, right? Yes? Okay.
All right. So the first problem says, can I have a volunteer read it? Because I'm tired of hearing our voices. We want to hear from you. Hey, Cynthia, since you're off mute, can you read problem 1 for us, where it says Matthew?
Matthew is running for student council. His friends are going to help him give out 15 posters and 6 banners. Matthew's plan is to pack all of the posters and banners in the boxes. He wants to put the same number of posters and the same number of banners in each box. What is the greatest number of boxes Matthew can pack?
All right, thank you for reading. I appreciate your participation. Let's call on Alan. Hey, Alan, can you give us some key words, numbers, or phrases for the A column?
It would be 15 posters.
15 what? Good.
6 banners.
Okay, 6. Is there anything else? Same number, right? I'm going to put the number sign for you. Okay. Who's this over here? Hey, Dwight, can you tell us what do we have to solve for? What are we trying to figure out? What's the question?
We're trying to figure out the greatest number of boxes Matthew can pack.
Good. What is the greatest number of boxes Matthew can pack? Beautiful job so far, folks. Which, when they say the greatest number for the M, Daniela, what do you think we're going to be finding? What are those 3 letters that we just spoke about, Mr. R said in the learning target?
We have to find the greatest common denominator since Matthew wants to put the same amount of posters and banners in each box.
Good. We call it the greatest common factor, which is known as the GCF. So we're finding the greatest common factor of what 2 numbers?
15 and 6.
Beautiful. So we're finding the greatest common factor of 15 and 6. So now we already know the A, R, and M. Pretty simple. Now what we have to do is for each number, we have to list all the factors, which are two numbers that make up the product in order. So we're
We
going
have
to
an answer already, Miss Canela, in the chat.
Yeah, who wants to, oh, they already know what to do. All right, so who in the chat?
Joseph.
Joseph.
Joseph, help us out.
The only factors I know that equal 6 and 15 are 3. 3 times 5 is 16.
Right, but you want to list them out, right? So we start off with 1 times 15, right? What's the next one?
And 1 times 6.
3 times what? You just said it to Mr. R.
3 times 2.
3 times 2 is 15?
3 times 5. 5.
Any others? No, let's move on to 6. All right, can you do 6 for us? 1 times what? You want to go in order from least to greatest. 1 times
1 times 6. And 3 times 2.
Or 2 times 3 is the same. Okay, now that we got all the factors, which are all the numbers that make up this product, which is the 15 and the 6, we're now going to circle what's in common. So we see that they share a 1. Both 15 and 6 share a 1. And they both share a 3 and a 3. So we can say that the greatest number of boxes, which is the GCF, is what? Is it 1 or 3, guys? Type in the chat box. 3. This is the greatest number. So we're going to write answer. The GCF, which is the greatest common factor, is 3 boxes.
Now I have a question for the audience or the class. Guys, are we done? Ms. Canelo knows the answer.
Are we done?
Are we done, guys? That's the question. I need to know from you guys.
Well,
realize that we realized that we just said Matthew's he plans to have the same number, right? So in each box. You can't do that if you only have 3. Realize that you have 15 and then 6. So you have 15 posters and 6 banners. So you have to actually do the multiplication by actually saying we need 2. So for example, I say 3 times a number equals 15. What number? Anybody? Going once, going twice. I'm going to pick random. Rajib, would you like to answer that one with me? What number makes this accurate? 3 times what equals 15? Yes, the greatest common factor is 3. But how many do I need to put in each box to make it equal?
5.
Bingo. 5 posters in a box, right? Boom. Now I'm gonna ask the same thing about the banners. How many banners should I put in each box? 3 is the greatest common factor, but how many banners? 3 times what equals 6, the product?
2.
Good. If those of you that are lost, now is the time to ask questions, because what we're trying to do, guys, is show you that the greatest common factor is 3. However, you need to actually make them equal because it says the same number in each box. So the same number will be 5 posters and 2 banners in each box to make it what? Completely equal. Does that make sense? Guys, talk. You can unmute yourself.
Does everyone understand what we just did and how we started with the GCF of 3 and arrived at 5 posters and 2 banners? Because this is what you have to do in today's work.
I actually found that since 3 is the GDF, the other numbers in the equation with 5 for 15 and 2 for 6, that's actually the ones that are in each box. It's kind of cool.
Okay. Cool way to think about it. All right, we're good on that one? Yes?
Yep. Moving on to the next one. This is me, right, Canelo?
Yes, sir. This one's going to be Mr. R. All right.
So Amanda is making flower arrangements. She has 20 daisies and 16 roses. Each arrangement must have the same number of daisies and roses. She wants to use all the flowers, what is the greatest number of arrangements that she can make? Now, we already annotated, but I want somebody to tell me, what do we write in the first box? And I'm picking on, I heard from Cynthia. I haven't heard from Shaylin.
Just
Okay.
smiling.
You put 20 daisies and 16 roses,
Good.
and then you put the same number.
Good. Now restate that question for me for the next box. What are we talking about? What do we need to do? Shaylin?
What's the question that you're solving? You did a good job on the A column.
I think that she doesn't hear me.
Somebody put a chat box. Who wrote in the chat box?
Cynthia, go for it. I see you had a hand. Go for it. Cynthia?
Change your mind?
The question is asking us to find what is the greatest number of arrangements she can make.
Good.
What is the greatest? Can I put number sign, guys? Put the number sign for shorthand. Of arrangements she can make. I'm gonna make that bigger. Just give me a moment. Uno minuto. All right.
24. That's too big.
Okay. Okay.
Model, guys. What are we looking for? I want to pick on Rajiv.
We're looking for the greatest common factor
Good, sir. Thank you. Of what two numbers?
of 20 and 16.
Great. Arlenis, help me out with the last part. Unmute yourself because I can't hear you. Arlenis.
I need a second to think about it.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, I don't want you to solve. I just wanted you to walk us through it. Like 1 times 20, so on and so forth.
What are the two numbers that you can multiply to equal 20 is what he's asking.
2 times 10. We could do that.
Good. Let's start with always a 1, all right? So 1 times 20. What's the next one? You just said it.
9.
2 times 10.
3.
3. Oh, wait. Sorry. Hold on.
3, go ahead. 4.
4 times. Oh, man, I'm not thinking straight.
Okay, take your time.
Okay. All right.
Times 5.
Excellent.
All right, now I'm gonna pick on somebody else. Alan, since you're sleeping over there, I don't know what you're doing, but all right, Alan, 16. Help me out, man. 1 times. I don't. Okay, there you go. 1 times 1.
1 times what?
1 times 16.
There you go. 2 times.
2 times 8.
2 times 8. Good. 4 times.
4 times 4.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay, now, real quick, guys. Natalie. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Hopefully, she could correct me. Natalie? Is it Natalie or Natalie? Natalie. Okay. Natalie, help me find out the GCF real quick. What is it?
It's 4.
Good. Are we done yet, though?
No.
No, we're not. Good. Dwight, help her out. What are we gonna do?
So if there are 20 daisies and the GCF is 4.
Hold on, I think he's talking, but he was muted. So say it again.
We can't hear
Yeah, I
him
don't hear him. I don't hear you at all.
talking, but we can't hear anything.
I see you talking, but I can't hear you. It's fine. Type it in the chat. For some reason, I cannot hear you at all. Anybody want to help him out?
The answer is
Yes, the GCF is 4, but are we done yet, guys? No, we have that same number thing, right? So we got to make it equal, right? Now we know that 4 times 4 equals 16, and we know that 4 times 5 equals 20. So how many should we put as an arrangement that they could be equal?
for daisies and roses. So
It's not a trick question, right? We're just asking for the extra number. So let's see who I could pick. Let me see.
Where did
Angie.
Yeah.
Angie. Help me out real quick, Angie. Right, we have two numbers. We have the greatest common factor is 4. So we have to look for that other number, right? 4 times what equals 20?
4 times 5.
Good. Joseph, no, you're thinking too fast. I want to slow you down, okay? Slow down, but yes, the GCF is 4. But at the same time, remember what I said, that they're asking for the same number. It's just like me saying, hey guys, we're in a room and I have 20 roses, I have 16 roses and 20 daisies. And I have a whole bunch of tables, but I want to make the same equal number on each table. I have to have 5 arrangements of daisies, or 5 arrangements of daisies. And then I will need how many to equal the roses?
And
it's right in front of you.
Rajiv got it.
Rajiv, what is it? Say it. I want to hear you.
5 roses and 4 daisies.
Oh,
bingo, bud. Oh no, opposite. Actually, opposite. 5 daisies and 4 rows of
roses.
You just
right?
change the name. Yeah, you changed the name. It's fine though. You got it right though.
Everyone see what to do?
Guys, it's gonna get harder. That's why I'm asking you guys. If you don't understand this, give me a thumbs up if you understand this so far. I want to see the thumbs. I'm gonna look at it in the gallery view.
Let's see.
See if you got it. I got Alan. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Angie. Lenny, how are you? I don't see a thumb. Thumb up. Joseph, you got it so far? Okay. Lenny's got it. Who else got it? Dwight got it. Natalie has it. All right. So we got full squad on. And Shaylin has it. I'm looking at Shaylin's thumb though. That's all I'm looking at. There's a picture behind her. That's all I can see.
I see curly hair, but I don't see her face.
All right. Let's continue.
All right, guys, we're gonna move on to the next one, and then we have a surprise for you.
25 minutes remaining too. So.
All right, this one's really simple and easy. What you guys are gonna do is we're gonna give you 3 minutes, folks, to find the GCF of 10 and 15. So let me repeat that again. You're gonna find the GCF of 10 and 15 and type your answer in the chat. You have 3 minutes. When you finish, you can move on to the next problem. 3 minutes have now started. Go. Type your answer in the chat once you have it.
Some of them will be easy, like this one. Find the GCF. Others may want to complicate things and tell you, hey, let's do an equal distribution.
Yeah.
So you might want to just slow down.
You can move on to the next problem. Let's see what's going on. Okay. So Alan and Joseph, move on to the next problem.
Hold on.
Daniela, move on. Rajiv, move on.
Natalie, I need you to help me out real quick. I know that you posted up a comment 12 minutes ago on the exit tickets dividing multi-digits. It says, but how come I didn't receive a link? I have no idea what you're talking about. Can you help me out? I don't know. Natalie?
It's because I checked the computer, the mail and everything, and to go to the class, but like I don't see no link or anything to go to the
Zoom lesson like this right now?
Huh?
Like this right now, like our class?
Yeah, so now I got it. Like.
Oh, okay. So you got it. Okay, I thought that you were still confused. Okay. All right. So yeah, you got it. Cool. Thank you.
I struggled a little
Okay,
Computer.
And this is a 604. You're in 604, right?
this is 602.
Sorry, 602. You're in 602, right? Okay. I gotta get the
No,
total.
I'm not in 602. I'm 604.
Wait, you can only be in one class.
Yes.
You see, is that like it gets confused me? It confuses me with the link. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
get.
I got you. So Natalie, your class usually meets at 9:50 to 10:45 for math because you're in class 604. This is class 602, but you're here now, so just stay now, and then going forward, you'll come tomorrow at 9:50, and we'll email you the link to your email so you have it.
Yeah, because I'm
Okay?
struggling as well.
Don't worry, we got you. We'll take care of you, all right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. So Natalie, can you give me two numbers that multiply to 10 starting with 1? 1 and what?
1 and 10.
And what else?
2 and 5.
Excellent.
Good.
You're doing really awesome. I think you can handle 15. 1 and what?
1 and 15.
Good, keep going. 3 and what?
3 and 15.
3 and 15 or 3 and
I
something
mean
else?
5. Sorry.
What do they have in common, kiddo?
They both have 5.
So the GCF is 5, which is already written there. Bingo. Anyone have any questions about this? Because we're going to move on now to something harder. So the GCF is 5, which is the greatest common factor.
Good job, guys. That's good.
That was fast. You guys are quick. All right, and when you're
All
ready,
right.
let's go on to the next one.
Is this me or you?
I think this one's going to be you because of the video. Well, the video, and then
Oh, the video.
you'll do the modeling, right? So Mr. R is going to share a video of me explaining how you find the greatest common factor of 3 whole numbers. And then after that video, you're going to pay close attention because then you're going to do this problem. Very similar. Make sense? Okay, so you're going to watch the video. It's 3 minutes. Take those skills and apply it to this word problem. Let me just give him hosting privileges. And Crystal Leon just entered.
No, Isabella Isabella Santiago. She's using my phone because the link they sent us keeps going straight to social studies.
Okay. Wait, Isabella. Okay, so let's change her name. Okay. Hold on 1 second.
And what section you in?
Isabella, try to log in. Get the passcode.
What section you in?
What class?
602.
Okay.
We gotta add her to the Google Classroom. That's probably why.
Isabella? Okay.
I'm gonna start hosting the next part. So if you guys want to pay attention, she could stay there for now. All we gotta do is send her the link.
I'm going to do it right now, Mr. R.
All right, so I'm gonna share.
Thank you.
Isabella, what was the last name, Mom?
Santiago.
Santiago. Okay, I sent the student invite now. She'll just have to accept it.
Okay.
All right, guys. So I'm taking over right now, and this is me. All right, guys. So this is the video that we're gonna be watching right now. You might want to pay attention. It's the exact same numbers and the exact same things.
Hey, scholars. Today we're going to learn how to find the GCF of 3 whole numbers. We already found the GCF of 2, but the process or the method is still the same. So let's look at what we got. Let's factor. The key words are greatest. I'm going to write that right here. Maximum. And most. So remember, when you find the GCF, you're listing 2 numbers that equal to the product. So let's look at this. We got 45 sunflower plants. We want to know what are 2 numbers that multiply to 45. So I'm going to use purple. 1 times 45 is equal to 45. 3 times 15 is equal to 45. And 5 times 9 equal to 45. Those are the only factors that equal 45. Let's move on to corn plants. I need to think of factors or 2 numbers that equal to 81. So I always start in order. 1 times 81. 2 does not go in evenly. 3 goes in evenly. 3 times 27. And obviously 9 times 9. Let's now look at 63. I need to think of numbers that equal to 63. So again, 1 times 63 is itself 2 times 21. Sorry, not 21. Yeah, 3 times 21. And the last set of factors is 7 times 9. So again, all I did was list two numbers that give me the products of either 63, 81, and 45. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle all the common factors that are shared between all three. It has to be in all three in order to be shared. So they share a 1, and a 1. So I'm going to circle that in red. They share a 3, and they both share a 9. Now, the greatest number that all three have is 9. Therefore, your GCF is 9. So I'm going to write GCF, which is greatest common factor, is 9. Now we have to figure out how many plants need to be in each row. If the GCF is 9 and I need to get to 45, I need 5 rows. So I need 5 rows of sunflower plants. I'll write that down in purple for you. 5 rows of sunflower plants. If I'm at 9 and I need to get to 81, I'm going to need 9 rows of corn plants. Write that in orange so it's equal of corn. And if my GCF is 9 and I need to get to 63, I'm going to need 7 rows of tomato plants. 7 rows of tomato plants. And there you have it. Thank you.
So obviously, guys, you guys seen that was actually one of the hardest parts of the problem. Now, when we go back to the problem itself, actually, I could, wait, sorry, guys. It's right here. So when we go back to this problem here, am I taking over fully, Canelo, or you want to go on? Hello? Miss Canelo?
I'm sorry. You could do this one since I had the video to make it fair.
Right.
It's fine.
So guys, obviously here, I gotta open this up with camera. 2 seconds.
So this is the same concept that you just saw in the video now. You're going to show Mr. R and myself what you were able to retain from that video.
You guys could definitely unmute yourselves for this one. I want to hear you.
Yes.
So,
Oh, wait, we passed it. You passed it. Whoa.
Sorry.
It's okay. Right here. This one. There we go. The safety question.
So what am I marking up? What am I not marking up? Talk to me.
And you guys get bonus points for participating. Who's going to be the leader right now? Somebody. Okay, go ahead. Arlenis?
So do I start with A?
Yeah, start with A.
Okay, so the key points that in this sort of problem is that there's 27 tomato plants. There's also that there's 45 corn plants and 54 sunflower plants.
Beautiful job.
Now you're missing one key factor.
Keyword.
What are you missing? Not a number.
Same what?
Right here. You see this same number second right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to have that. The reason we have that is because now we know that we need the same number and equal distribution, pretty much throughout the question. Now, what are we looking for?
Arlenis?
We are looking for the greatest number of rows that Stacy can have if she wants to use all of the plants.
Perfect. You want to keep going? You're doing awesome.
This, I kind of have, I struggle with this one.
Okay, well, we'll help you. So what do you have to find here? We'll help
Thank you for saying that. This, you just got to tell me what you're utilizing, right? So what is this whole lesson about? Finding what?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
What is this lesson about? What is the whole lesson about? Finding what?
greatest common factor.
That's all you gotta do. Greatest common. That's the whole box right there. Now here, you struggle with this part, I don't know what to do.
This part, oh god. For,
Math, right? So you do 27
okay,
multiplied by 1. Always start at 1. 1 times what equals 27?
1 times 27.
Perfect.
Next one is 2. Does 2 go inside of it? No. 3.
3.
3 times what?
How many groups of 3? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27.
9.
There you go.
And last number.
How many corn plants?
45.
Right?
So 1 times 45.
Good.
3 and 3 times 15.
Excellent. Good job.
And 5 times 9.
Beautiful.
Good. Next one is 54.
54.
1 times 54.
2 and 1.
2 times 27.
Beautiful.
I didn't get to finish this one, so I don't know the last one.
Anybody want to help her out?
Alan? Let's throw your hand up. 3 and what? 3 times what? If you got $54 and you give it to 3 of your friends, how much does each friend get? Divide 54 by 3. What do you get? Comes after 17. We can't hear you, Alan.
Yeah, you're muted, but
He's unmuted, Mr. R, but we don't hear any sound.
Cynthia, how about Cynthia? Cynthia had her hand up.
All right, Cynthia.
Couldn't also do 9 times 6.
Yep, that would be next.
So it's 3 times 14.
Oh, wait, no, 3 times 18, Mr. R.
Is that 54 years? Sorry.
It's okay.
And
She said 6 times 9, right?
all right, guys. Now we have the greatest common factor in between all of them is what?
9.
Anybody?
Mhm.
9. Correct one. 9. Right? Are we done yet? No, we're not. We need to find out the rows. And I seen somebody write it in the chat box. But now is the time to actually tell me, what is each row going to represent?
5 rows of sunflower plants.
How many?
5 rows of sunflower plants.
Are you sure? What is the greatest common factor?
9.
Okay, so I'll write that down first. GCF equals 9. That means that we need how many plants?
How much tomato?
We have 27 tomato plants. So 9 times what equals 27? Guys, this is the part that I was telling you about that you might get confused, right? So realize that I'm telling you that the greatest common factor, meaning the common thing that we have between all of them, is 9, right? We need 9 of something. How many rows? That depends on how many plants you have. So realize that we have 9 here, and that stands for the 27 tomatoes. 9 times what equals 27?
Rajiv said it.
Rajiv, help me out, man.
You
Huh?
would need,
Huh?
you would need 6 rows of corn plants.
Wait. Okay.
Start from the top. Start from the tomatoes.
How many?
So
You said it.
3 rows of tomato plants.
Good.
3 rows. Thank you.
How much corn?
5 rows of corn plants.
Mm-hmm. we're gonna put 3 rows of tomato plants, comma, 5 rows of corn plants, comma, and
6 rows of sunflower plants.
yes. Now we're talking.
Now, Rajiv, I have a question. How did you know that? Would you like to explain it? Because some of your peers are confused a little bit. And I think that if you explain it, they'll understand it better. How did you get, go ahead, talk.
Because every time the greatest common multiple is found, we always use the multiple that's, I mean, the factor that's, it was multiplied by.
Realize he's talking about this, guys, right here. Look, this part right here, I mark it up. Hopefully it highlights. 3 times 9, that's what we said. We said need 3 rows of tomato plants. 3 times 9 equals 27, right? He also said 5 rows of corn plants. 5 times 9 equals 45 for 45 corn plants. So 5 rows. And he also said 6 rows of sunflower plants. 6 times 9 equals 54. That's how we get all these and this whole answer. Does that make sense to everybody?
Thumbs up if you understand better now.
Understand that because it's gonna get only harder from here on out.
And it's okay if you're not sure. We're here to help you. So don't be shy.
Okay.
Right.
Shaylin, I got Daniela. Cynthia, is that a thumbs up? Rajib, I know you got this. Who else? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Isabel?
Isabella?
It's okay if you don't. I could
Okay. We'll work together some more.
Natalie?
Natalie? Yes? No? Maybe so?
White? Thumbs
White?
up? Thumbs up?
Yes.
Thumbs up? Natalie, you got this. Okay. All right. So I'm going to actually not even stop here. I'm going to go on to the next one.
So let's do this one together.
So it says, what is the greatest common factor of 42 and 84?
So
I'm not even going to, I'm going to just write it up. Right? I think that's the best way, Ms. Canova. So
yeah, let's just do 42.
42, guys, right? And the first step, we always start with what number?
Start with 1, right, guys? So
1 times 42. We have 2 times, anybody want to help? Guys, you guys get points every time.
Listen,
you
2 times what gives me 42? If you take 42 and you divide it in half, what do you have? What's half of 42? 20. Comes after 20.
Guys, don't write it out. And I'd rather
Go
hear
ahead.
you.
Alan, Arlenis, Rajib, somebody.
Daniela, 21. Daniela's a
21. What about
open on my
3?
screen. You can see this, what I'm doing.
What about 3, guys?
Does 3 go inside of it?
Divide 42 by 3. What do you get? Use your calculator. 42 divided by 3, not 18. Try again. Take your time. Remember, you're rushing. Don't rush. Take your time. Yes, Shailene, what'd you get? You're correct.
14.
Yes, beautiful. What about 6?
I'm going to actually unmute everyone.
Yeah.
Everybody, because I need to hear you guys. I can't keep going back and forth.
Shaylin, 6 times what is 42?
7.
Yes, 6 times 7. Let's do 84. Now 84 is going to be the same thing. It's going to be 4 factors. There's a lot of noise. 84. We're going to start with 1 times what?
84.
Good. 1 times 84. How about 2? 2 times what?
42.
Good. 2 times 42. How about 3? 3 times what?
14.
Double that. No, 3 times 14 is not 84. Actually,
wait.
double it. Double 14. 20 what? 28, right?
Uh-huh.
How about 4? 4 times 20 what? 21, right?
Uh-huh.
Now let me ask you guys something. You have this list, you have this list. What is the greatest common factor?
Wait, there's a few more.
I know.
Okay.
So there's a reason I'm doing this.
Yeah, Alan?
It's 3. The greatest common factor so far is 3.
It is?
That's where you guys are getting this wrong, and I see the mix-up. Okay, we have 1 on both sides. We have 2 on both sides. We have 3 on both sides. We also have 21 on both sides. We also have 42 on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go higher than 42? No, 42 is our product. So no, I cannot go higher than 42. So easily, anybody that's actually doing this would automatically pick the first one they see, which is 21, and they'll say, oh, I got it right. Wrong, it's wrong. This is wrong. You guys did it too soon, and this is too high. The answer is 42.
And what Mr. R just said, the reason why kids pick 21 is a distractor answer. They want to fool you.
It's right. That is correct. 21. However, it is not the highest. The highest clearly in this time is 42 and 42. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr.
That's
R, it's 143, so maybe we should do the exit ticket with them?
Okay.
What do you think? Because
I was thinking about leaving that for the last bit because this is the last class. So I was going to finish it off strong just in case they get more confused because right now they're confused.
Yeah, let's finish these 2 with them. Okay, guys, let's do the next one together. Carlos. It says, Carlos is arranging books on a shelf. He has 24 novels and 16 autobiographies. Each shelf will have the same number of novels and autobiographies. So they're asking, what is the possible number of shelves? So we already know 24 and 16 are important. We already know the A, the R, and the F, and the M column, right? And the same number. We already know that. We know that we have to figure out.
Hold on, Ms. Canelo, I want to ask them this.
Sure.
What does the C number mean? What does that mean? Anybody, please. It says each shelf will have the same number. That means it's the exact same, guys, right? We have to make them equal. How is that possible? If I have 24 novels and 16 autobiographies, we got to find the greatest what?
What's the whole lesson about?
Greatest
What do we-
common
Factor.
Good. Greatest common factor. Now we get it some greatest common factor. Good.
Of what 2 numbers, guys?
24 and 16.
There we go, of 24 and 16. Now we're talking.
And
Now,
then take this question. Look at this real quick. It says, what is the possible number of shelves Carlos must have? Okay, well, I need to know how many shelves. So I'm going to say, what is the number of shelves? Right, and I'll change that and put it over here. Bingo, that's the question. Now, the GCF, guys, of 24. We start off with 24. What's the first number we start off with?
1.
1 times what?
1 times 24.
perfect. How about 2?
Times 12.
12.
Perfect.
Oh, good. 3 times?
3 times 8.
Good.
8. Oh, sorry.
Next,
And then 4 is
6 times 4.
times 4, 4 times 6, same thing. All right?
perfect.
Okay,
Now we
and
got,
yet- yes, we are. Now we go straight down to the number 16.
we
Start
got
off with 1 times 16. What's the next one?
Isabella. Huh?
8 times 2.
Or 2 times 8, same thing.
I
And
think
there's
that I hear Isabella. I want Isabella now. Isabella, help me out.
what times what is 16? One more, there's 2 more numbers.
Isabella?
Unmute yourself, sweetie. Yes. Okay. We need 2 more numbers that equal 16. We have 1 times 16, 2 times 8, and 4 times what?
4.
Yeah,
Good.
good job. 4 times 4. Now, Isabella, what number do both 24 and 16 have in common? What do they both share? Let's circle them. Do they have a 1?
Yes.
Yes. Do they share a 2?
No.
They don't?
But yes.
Okay, good. Do they both share a 4?
Yes.
So the GCF is what number? Is it 1, 2, or 4?
You're missing one, Canelo.
4.
Good. So the greatest common factor is 4.
Canelo, you're
Greatest
missing.
common factor is 8.
I mean, sorry, it is 8. So sorry, there's another one, 8 and 8. So is it 4 or 8? My mistake, sorry. So Isabella, is it 4 or 8? Which is greater?
8.
8. So the GCF is 8, which means,
I'm already right here.
sure,
GCF
equals 8.
8.
So now,
Good question. That does not mean that they share the same number of what? Shelves, right?
Right.
So now it's asking us the same number method. So what equals, how many shelves do we need of novels?
if
8
each
times
one has
what?
8.
3.
There you go, Danielle.
3 shelves of novels. And how many, Isabella, how many of autobiographies?
If we already have 8, we have 8 times what is 16? Use the S column.
Right.
8 times what is 16?
2.
There you go.
We need 2 shelves of
Auto.
autobiographies. And this, guys, is the right answer. Are we clear with that? Oh, I'm gonna stop sharing now. And I'm gonna give you guys some time. On Google Classroom, listen to me very clear. On Google Classroom, you guys have an exit ticket. We're gonna go over it together and we're gonna work through it together, okay?
Yeah. You want to give me hosting privileges?
Oh, I was gonna do it, but you wanna do it? Okay, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
I know we're over the time, guys. I just wanna make sure that you guys get this.
Mhm.
Because if you don't, then we get stuck with simple problems like this, and I don't want that to happen. And Joseph, you're right. I did forget that. I apologize earlier.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, because she's already in here. Okay, so we're gonna go back to our stream. Now, when you guys go on the Google Classroom, we don't know what happened earlier. You're gonna do the one that Miss Canella posted. Oh, Mr. R, you took it down. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna click on the exit ticket. We're gonna open it up. Okay, it says, on Saturday, a minor league baseball team gave away baseball cards to each person entering the stadium. One person received 28. So I'm going to go and I'm going to annotate on my screen. I'm going to underline 28. And the other team had 42. If each person entering the stadium received, here's the key word, same number, what is the possible greatest number of baseball cards that each person could receive? So
now that we know how to find GCF, guys.
So we know we're going to find the GCF, right?
Of 2 numbers.
Of 28 and 42.
And 42. Remember what I said, that you guys have to work out the entire thing to make sure that you get the proper ones. I'm not going to stress this. Another class got, all of them in that class got the wrong answer, thinking they got it right away because it was desperate to leave. I get it. Trust me.
They rushed.
Yeah, they rushed. That's what I'm saying. They rushed too fast and they got it wrong. Rather you guys get it right? So let's start with 28. 1 times what equals 28?
1 times what? Good. How about 2?
14.
Good. How about 4?
7.
Good.
Let's do 42 now. 1 times what? Well, we start with 1.
42.
Good. How about 2? 2 times what?
He said 21.
Good. How about 3, guys? 3 times what?
It's not a trick question, guys.
Joseph?
3 times 14.
Good. And 6 times what?
6 times 7.
Okay. Are we done?
No.
No. We got to find all the common factors, right? So let's circle. They both share a 1. They both share a 1. They both share a 2. They both share a 2.
A 7.
They both share a 7. What else do you see that they have in common?
Yes, a 14.
Ah, let me ask you something, folks. What is the greatest common factor? Is it 14?
Yes, Alan. The
You see
GCF.
that? 14 and 14. A lot of students were picking 7 because they forgot about 14. That's why they got it wrong. So the answer should be 14.
All right, now real quick, can you exit this screen, Ms. Canova? And
Everyone have 14? Yeah.
All right, guys, I just need to hear from you guys. How was today's lesson? And real quick, if you understand what we went over, GCF. Thumbs up if you understood GCF. Isabella, thumbs up. You understood GCF?
Or you need a little more practice.
If you need a little bit more practice, then just
Yeah,
okay.
it's okay. We'll help you.
Well, we're gonna definitely go over this. We probably start tomorrow with one of those GCF problems. What do you think?
Yeah, they're gonna see it again on Tuesday as well.
Yeah. So definitely, it's not the last time you're gonna see it for sure. Dwight, I didn't see your hand because you disabled the camera. GCF, or you need
Yes
help?
or no? Yes or no?
Dwight. Rajiv, you got this?
Shaylin, where are you, Shaylin? You got this? All right. So what we'll do is for those that need a little extra help, we'll hold a little extra like session to help you out. What we can do is I have to go to a meeting at 2, but if you send us an email, we will put that time in to give you what you need. We did that with another class and it worked out great.
Tuesday and Thursdays.
Right. So that means tomorrow.
If you want, you can email me or Miss Canella, and tomorrow we'll hold a separate session just for you. All right.
Okay. Isabella, make sure you do that in her emails, okay? So we can give you what you need, all right? And anybody else that just wants to come and, you know, just practice.
All right, guys. Well, I hope I see 100 on the exit ticket. We just did the whole thing together.
Yeah.
So there's no reason you should get it wrong, right?
You guys got this.
Any questions, comments, or concerns? No?
Cynthia, you have your hand up again. What do you need, dear?
Are we going to do least common denominator?
So that's going to be when we deal with fractions. So when we go into like ratios, you'll see that and some fraction stuff. But really, this is kind of like that in a way. You're going to see tomorrow when we do LCM, the least common multiple. Okay, when we do some of that tomorrow, you'll see.
Okay.
All right, good question.
Isabella?
Yes?
About the meeting, is it the same, like the one we're on right now, is it the same code?
Yeah, this is the same link until school's over in June. So every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's this exact link.
Okay.
We're not changing.
Good question.
It's also the one that they sent on that schedule. So if you click it, it should take you right to us.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good question.
Remember to send us an email, okay?
Okay.
All right.
And Natalie, that kind of answered your question too, right? Because you're on another section, right? Hopefully that works, guys. If you guys need anything, please feel free to email me. I am here.
I'm going to put our emails in here, Mr. R, so that they have it again.
You mind, or you want me to send it?
I got it.
All right.
I did it since you were talking. I put our emails, guys. They're also on the syllabus on the very top of the page. Please make sure you look at the syllabus again. You read it because there are some questions you have to answer. It's an easy 100 if you read it.
Yeah, there's a quiz coming up on the syllabus. So if you read it, you get 100.
All right.
Any
Dwight,
other questions? Here we go.
camera, Dwight, please.
Class was over about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But we told you guys because we wanted to make sure that you understand this. Hopefully it worked out.